Hey kids, SgtJoeEvil here. I'm not going to be doing any nunchucking or hitting of stuff right now. I'm trying to get a concept out there for my lightworker friends. And what what I talk about when I talk about brain physics is not your brain, not the cerebral cortex and all that, but Brane. That's it's a physics term that basically tries to explain how our wholeness of reality, like everything that came from the Big Bang, could be considered like one molecule of interconnected stuff that indivisible in a lot of ways. You know how there's synchronicity between atoms, and if they've touched at one time, then they will know each other's position somehow in the big ultra cosmic computer. They know each other's positions forever. So with this concept in mind, there is one cohesive brain, Brane, that we all live in, that everything that we know of and can see and everything that came from the Big Bang. However, what a lot of people always ask, well, what's outside of everything that we know? Well, it's probably most likely a lot of other molecules that look very much like ours, and there'll be some that are of different compositions, maybe a different cosmological constant, maybe they'll have slightly different physics rule sets. Be easier to get 0 point energy in some of them, harder in others. And as a result of this, we probably have these other things that resulted from other big bangs, not just in our space-time, but in different vibrational rates that interface with ours. It's kind of like when you think of a mandala, that each of those points represents not only something physical, but also something spiritual. And in that etheric connection between the physical and the spiritual, a type of connection and spirituality, if you will, it gets into the physical, and then the physical also is able to glom onto that spiritual part. So a brain physicist may not use those exact terms, but it's the same thing. It's like an accordion, and the air inside of it, and the box that's outside the accordion, and the human that's working the accordion. All of these things, the universe, the bigger universe than what we can see, that everything that came from the Big Bang, all the physical reality of what Gnostics might call Sophia's afterbirth, or the abortion of Sophia, that which we are in the physical plane that's yearning towards the oneness, towards the going towards a higher vibration. Those are the components of the all, of the one. So anyways, I hope that helps a little bit, didn't muddy the waters anymore, but I certainly truly believe that we've got some really high level minds on brain physics right here in Los Alamos, New Mexico. There's a website, and I'll link to it on both of my websites, but it's really enlightening to see how physics done by really high level trained scientific minds, and the Lakota Sioux had the same ideas, without any fancy atom smashers. They just had a couple of sticks that they put together with, has kind of like a double helix shape, and then a stick, and with some simple tools, geometric tools. The Mayans, the Lakota, you name it. Anybody that has a rich history of spirituality figured out the sacred geometry, and we just have high resolution guides now. We have better. We can see into the smaller parts better, but it's still the same reality. So I find it very comforting, and that's brain physics in a nutshell. And so, as one of those nuts inside the bigger nut, I bid ye adieu. Rock on.